22 GROM. Okay, so before I did the 22 GROM or a video on it, I wanted to see if I could change my rims first. So I'm in the process of actually changing my rims to a 13x6. This used to be on my old GROM. My old GROM's right here. Poor GROM. Look at her. Shoot, man. I'll put her back though. But just for reference, you guys, the swing arm does fit. The 22 swing arm fits on the 17. That's a 17 GROM, and my 17 GROM swing arm fit on my 22. There's gonna be a problem though for people running 6-inch wide rims. Okay, you see here the chain lines up pretty good with the front sprocket, right? 22 swing arms are shorter, half an inch shorter. So what it makes is the chain comes in half an inch. So if I put, in order to fix this problem, Ray suggested an offset front sprocket. So if you look in here, there's a front sprocket in there, a 15 just like stock. It's offset 7 millimeters. Okay, so if you want to run 6-inch or wider, you have to get that offset, or it's going to run into your rim right there. 5-inch wide will fit without offsetting the front sprocket. Okay, so besides that, I wasn't going to make the video until I changed my rims, but I'm going to change my rims with you guys just to, I don't know, whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna start doing this, but I just want to give you guys a show of the bike. 17 or 22 GROM, pretty dope. All the parts here. Okay, the two brothers foot pegs, the Pro Motion, Motion Pro grips. They didn't have the ODIs, to be honest. I like the ODI ones instead, the non-waffle ones. The one finger 3Vs, the easy pull clutch lever. Shout out to One Finger. They got the brake lever too. The thing is no one else makes the GROM set that has a matching brake lever and the easy pull. I know ASV does, but those ASV ones, they don't have a shorty. I got the PSD here. Big shout out to PSD. I got the PSD 2-inch risers. I don't think you could get that anymore. When Brian hooked me up over there at PSD. But anyway, so I got Pro Taper bars, the Raptor bars. The Raptor bars are good because they're extra wide for GROMs. It's so wide that we use those instead of the front crash cages because the front crash cage is just a little too heavy, you know. But the extra wide bars on the Raptor make it so that when you drop your bike, it just bends the bars or hits the bars, and that's about it. I've never had a problem actually bending these Pro Taper bars. They're really, really good. Big ups to Steady Garage again. Ray hooked me up with these little, he calls them Doge cones. Okay, you know what these things do, right? They replace these things. It's gonna make it look it all shiny. It's gonna make it look all pink. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, big ups to Ray and Kevin and Yumi. Okay, those guys are cool down there. So for fender limiter, I went with the Yoshimura. For the 22, you're not gonna have much of a choice. Right now, I think the Yoshimura is the only one that has the 22 fender eliminator. And then I went with the integrated tail light. They didn't have stock of the other one, but I took this one. Front headlight, front turn signals, Gaffler brakes all the way around. I love the Gaffler brakes. I would have got the rotors too, but the thing is, just a little short on money. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I went with the Brembo calipers in the front. I already installed the Brembo P32. I like the P32 for the foot brake. Okay, so I already installed that with the Gaffler line. Okay, and I love the P32. So for the front, I went P34. Okay, big ups to No Limit Motorsports. Thank Jason, Jeremy down there. They did a great job. I called in the morning. They had the black ones in there. I never knew P32 calipers came in these nice little boxes from Brembo. Pretty sick. So for the front though, to the P32 or 34 doesn't go directly on the front caliper. You're gonna need a bracket. So I went with the G-Craft. I like G-Craft. The G-Craft front brake caliper bracket. Okay, they sell these at Steady. I got everything at Steady Garage except for the Brembo calipers and the PSD bar riser, the bar mounts. But everything else you can get Steady Garage. Big shout out. Tell them the GOONIEZ sent you. Doug from the GOONIEZ. Appreciate it. But I'm gonna start building this right now. I'm gonna do the front first. Okay, change the front rim. I might have to assemble it a little different. Wide front rim too. But anyway, I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm gonna start on the good stuff. Okay, so should be 14 to 17 GROMs. 14s and the 17 on the other side for the front and the rear axle, and same thing for a 14 and a 17 millimeter for this one. Okay. $14 and $19. $14 and $19. $14 and $19s, okay? Take this axle bolt out. Lower this a little bit. So spacer here, spacer here. Okay, what we're gonna do is that. Put this rotor right here. Okay, wait 1 second.
What?
Okay, go ahead, push it through. Push it. Push this through. 25, 25, what is it cost? You tap it when I sit. Take this.
What the heck? It just starts right there. Is that the right one?
That's why. It goes through this one though. Yeah, this is the right one. Please.
Put up.
Okay.
Why don't we just lift this up more?
So when I was trying to, let's try to get this in focus. So when I was trying to put the front wheel on, after I put the front wheel, the caliper, and the what do you call it? The caliper and the bracket. The thing is it kept on rubbing somewhere, and I couldn't figure it out. And I noticed it was the rotor bolts. So I took it apart right now just so I could shave it maybe to see where it's hitting. And it's basically hitting this round thing right here. I don't even know what it is. Okay. So the thing is, it looks like Honda just put that there, so it would you couldn't use the old rotor. So the thing is, the rotors are different now. So this is a rotor. Look at the bolt pattern on that one. It's inside. Now if this, I put the 22 rotor on my 17. Look at the bolt pattern on that one now. The insides, they're wider now, so that these bolts don't circle underneath that spot that actually rubs now. So I'm just gonna shave that other thing off a little bit. I think it should be gravy. We'll see. Getting it chubby, so that smile works. Yeah, smooth. Okay, let's do the other stuff.